So on this training video, we're going to go through the procedures of testing and troubleshooting for your credit card functions not working, along with the WALS operation. So on a standard access unit, you have the main unit itself, along with the what we call the basic POS. This system does not have the feature of credit card readers, which is usually a little black box that sits up here in the top corners that allows you to activate the WALS cards. The primary thing you want to check with is the unit is internet based, which then communicates from this to the POS system via 485 communication. Primary thing we want to check with, let's see if we have credit card and WALS can function through the internet if we have internet connection. So on the main screen, they'll most normally have a display screen showing work package, price, and codes. So what you'd want to do is get into the unit, which is *77*, and then the default password is normally 12345, or if we've had to reset them, it's 54321. But at mine, I'm going to use my option code of mine. This will be the screen that will come up. You're going to go to Advanced, Diagnostics, and Tech menu. So these are the main screens you got. You have Device Test, Ethernet, date and time, and so on and so on. Our primary thing is we're going to do Ethernet test. So you'd press 1, and then it's going to give you another option. So you can do ping test on this through the machines of itself, the gateway, which is also known as the router, or the X's, which you can ping the car wash machine, Google, or whoever else you want to. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, option number 8 is usually a credit card provider. In this case, it's authorized.net. These are all going to come back as failed because this unit does not have internet connected to it at this time. So what you would do is you would push 8. It's going to say checking status for authorized. If it takes a very long process to connect and come back with the results, you're 9 times out of 10 going to get a failure, which this one's going to get a failure anytime soon here. And then once it comes up with the failure or pass, you'd move on to your next step. And this one is definitely taking a very long time. Okay. So this one is not responding as quick as it is, which could be the unit actually itself could be in a lockup mode. Unfortunately, when it does this, there's really no way of exiting back out because everything's locked up. So what you would have to do is open the unit up, and it is safe to open in this mode because your alarm is disabled. You would go in, turn the breaker off, and for our hard reset, we usually leave a red tag or some identifying mark on the battery backup supply board. So you will just unhook that, just leave it sit for 15, 20, 30 seconds, and then you can reestablish power to the unit. When reestablishing, the machine will go through a startup mode. It takes a little while to go through it. It'll run through every test it can, communication test to the POS, to all of its functions, bill validator, coin, credit card reader, printer, will all go through a startup test. So we'll let this finish through a startup test, and then we'll go back into the ping test or Ethernet device test. And you'll get this initiating run, and as it goes through, it'll tell you what state it's on and what device it's passing or testing or checking for.
Welcome to our car wash. The access entry unit has passed all startup tests and is completely operational.
Okay, so in this case, this unit has passed all of its communication. It knows everything's working properly. So let's go back into the diagnostic screens. And then once again, advanced diagnostics tech menu. We'll come back to the Ethernet thing in case it locks up again on us, but we'll check that in a minute. What you also can do is you can go do a device test. If you scroll down, you can test every device on the unit to verify it's working. In this case, we want to verify that we're talking to the POS, which is located inside the store. So you'd push 3, gives you the options. You're going to press 0 for a status request. Comes back, it's going to give you the basic POS, the version number, and the status OK. If you fail this portion of it, there could be multiple things that you have going on. This unit, like I said, connects via 485 communication cable, which is located inside the door. On the older machines, it's in the top left corner, which is this wire right here. On the newer machines, there's a board located right here for help resistance and power surges and stuff like that. So you're going to want to check your connections, obviously. You're going to want to check the inside of the POS. Sometimes even a reset like we did here, along with the reset inside the POS, will reestablish communication between these units. If it does not connect, it's a little hard to see, and I didn't pull this board in time, but if you look right behind this cable here, it's a little hard to see right here. This is a 485 COM chip. It's a long 32 pin connector. That chip can be replaced and removed for communication to reestablish. Also inside the POS unit, there's 2 chips, a U7 and U8. One is for the coin box itself communication. The other one is for the pumps and registers communication. So we know we have communication, so we know these 2 units are talking, which is the main step for the card to be swiped, to communicate to the unit, then to reach out to the internet. The next thing we're going to want to do is you're going to want to scroll back out just by pushing the start button, and then we're going to go to, once again, Ethernet test. And in this case, we're going to do, you can ping itself. It's going to tell you it's okay. That means this unit itself is talking to itself, basically. One is, like I said, a gateway. This is going to fail because we don't have one connected to this unit. You're going to get a fail. Normally, you should get an okay or passed. You can do a 2, which is all X's. So if you want to verify that it's talking to the machine, type in the address, which is 192.168.055.101. And of course, it's going to fail as well because we're not hooked to a machine. Failed. Normally, this should come back as an OK. Means the coin box and the wars are talking properly. We can also do a test 2, which is 008. 008, 008, and so on. This is Google's IP address that we can reach out to. Of course, it's failing, no Ethernet or internet connected to the machine. If it comes back okay, that means this unit is getting out to the internet, which will allow you to activate your WALS cards. The WALS cards are based off of internet access to its server that it registers the cards through and loads them and all that stuff like that. So that's, if you still get a failure, like I said, sometimes a hard reset will do it. Will give you connection. If it does not give you connection, you can verify that the card reader is working. You can test to see if you have the correct information set up in the WALS system, that it's programmed properly, which we can go over that more in depth. It's a little hard with the temporary unit we have set up. And then, like I said, also with credit cards, you're going to just start back. Again, 1, same thing. You're going to push number 8, which will reach out to the credit card provider. It should come back and say okay. If it comes back failed, could be a programming issue. It could be the second DNS server is not set up in the machine properly to let it get out. Or you just don't have the proper information in the credit card server itself. I know that was a little fast, but that's a general knowledge of what you want to go through on the simple steps to verify that, one, you have internet to the machine, two, that you have POS connection to the machine. Those are the two primary things for your WALS and your credit card system to function properly, to allow access to the system. So that should be the conclusion of this, and we'll go from there.